another installment of Pura Vida, and you may notice I'm not alone because the great big orange thing is right next to me, all the way from, well, you may be forgiven for thinking from the Netherlands, but no, from Singapore. A lot closer. Ferdinand, welcome back to Pura Vida.
Thank you.
I see you got all dressed up for me today.
Yes, because somebody who shall not be named, it's you, Sam,
Okay.
was giving me shit about wearing an orange shirt at the Intertobacco trade show last month,
So now you have a video of him wearing the orange shirt for posterity, I guess. Speaking of posterity, we have, okay, what do we have here today? This looks majestic.
It is majestic.
What is it?
Last time we did a video on the Master Blend number 2.
Yep,
the
number
Oliva
2.
Master Blend number 2. So today I'm surprising you with the Master Blend number 1, the Churchill.
Wow. Okay.
This is a unicorn. You won't find this anywhere. But I have connections with Oliva, and I was lucky enough to be able to weasel a 10-pack of each of the Master Blends, and some other discontinued Oliva cigars, and I'm sharing the wealth. Because last time you really loved that Master Blend.
Yeah, Master Blend 2.
No.
So this, from what I know, was released in the year 2003, right? This is obviously the first Master Blend. That's 16 years ago. Are we gonna get any flavor from this, you think, after 16 years?
I smoked one a few months ago, and that was still
pretty damn good.
Yeah, it doesn't have the Nicaraguan power anymore.
Okay.
It's very smooth after all those years, but it was really nice.
Coming in at a length of 7 inches long, yes, that's a pretty lengthy cigar, by a 50 ring gauge, although it doesn't look it because it's got this very nice soft box pressed, featuring tobacco all from Nicaragua. It's a Nicaraguan puro. This is a Nicaraguan Habano wrapper, and you know, the wrapper feels really soft. It seems really thin. It has this shine to it, very minimal veins on it, tight seams. And you may notice that, you know, with the Master Blend there usually is like a little, for lack of a better term, a cigar tattoo here that is laser etched. But we don't have it here. No, this is not a fake. This is actually from the family itself. So that makes it even cooler because they smoke it themselves. Now let's take at the foot. See, it's such a lengthy cigar, I've got to pull the camera back. Foot seems alright. Seems a bit of a light pack. The cap is well applied. The cigar feels good. It's a beautiful band right there.
Oliva is not only a cigar manufacturer, they also grow tobacco. And they grow experimental crops. And sometimes they have crops that are very good, but because it was an experiment, it's a low yield or they don't have enough. So they use that for the Master Blend series. So these are tobaccos that they tested, aged for a few years. And they said, okay, we have these small amounts, small batches of tobacco. What can we do with that? So they decided to create the Master Blend 1, Master Blend 2, and the Master Blend 3. They haven't created a Master Blend in a few years.
Yeah, I thought in 2012 they were gonna announce the Master Blend 4, but what happened? They ran out of tobacco?
Yeah, well, I guess that the regular blends became so popular because the Oliva feet blew up back then.
Yes,
Later they released the Melanio, which is also a huge success.
And after the Melanio, well, people forgot about everything else,
So
I guess.
I think that the production, they were at so full capacity that they didn't have any time for experimenting anymore. But last year I was talking to Ferdinand Piet from Cortez, who bought Oliva. And I did mention a Master Blend 4, he smiled and said, we'll see, maybe, you know, with a nod. So I think
they are working on something.
I think they're working on something.
I hope they're working on something. Oliva's one of my favorite New World brands. You know, they make really, really good stuff. But with the tobacco itself, you said that these were experimental crops, right? Now, obviously, when you experiment, not all of your experiments sort of work out. So, you know, are these the crops that worked for them, so which means they had a lot more that they played with, or they just tried it?
I don't know, but it could be that they used some of this experiment, and this turned out to be some of the tobacco that's in the Oliva Series V, which was released later, or
okay.
So I'm not sure. Those are company secrets; they don't reveal that.
Okay.
But I know that the Master Blend series was born because they had these experimental tobaccos, and they didn't want the good tobacco to go to waste, so they made limited editions with that.
Nice. Okay, someone's going to eventually ask us about this, so we may as well just address the elephant in the room, basically. Why doesn't this have that tattoo thingy?
The tattoo thingy created a lot of damage, extra damage in cigars.
Okay.
So they had perfectly good cigars, looked beautiful, and then with the lasering,
the wrapper gets messed up.
So they had another X percentage of dropouts.
Alright.
So that's why they stopped doing that after the Master Blend 2. And these come from the family stock at the factory, and they just for the families. Why would we do that for ourselves? These are perfectly fine cigars. We don't need that tattoo because these are not going to be sold anyway.
Yeah.
So they just didn't bother to laser it.
So the cigar's taken some time to sort of really jump out in flavor for me. Just a little while ago, I was getting that sort of like nutty kind of, more like unsalted cashew nuts, not really the salted kind. So it's a bit of that cream, a bit of that thickness to it, a bit grainy. But then I got the coffee. You got the coffee earlier, right?
Yeah, but I had that from the beginning, and I got some chocolate as well. But this is like any other aged cigar that I smoke.
Yeah.
It takes a little while before the flavors kick in.
Yeah.
It is very plain and boring in the beginning, up until you start smoking, and then at a certain moment, the flavors start kicking in.
I think it's like wine. I think Zul mentioned it just now. It's like wine that you need to let it breathe basically, and it wakes up. But yeah, at the start I was a bit worried because tasting it, tastes like smoke. There isn't much flavor, but on the retrohale, I must mention the retrohale. The retrohale is beautiful because the cigar is quite light from the aging. You can retrohale it easily. It's not going to cost you like pass out or the sinuses are going to go. It is very, very floral. You get a lot of that nuttiness. I got a bit of salt as well. It's amazing how different the retrohale can be, isn't it?
I honestly think that this cigar did pass its prime.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's like a year or 2 years past its prime. So I have I think I have 2 left, and I won't be aging them any longer because that won't do them any good. I will smoke them soon.
Alright, so as you can see, still smoking quite well. We are well into the second third of the Oliva Master Blend 1, the original. The cigar has really woken up for me. Ferdinand, what do you? Okay, you are a little ahead of your cigar than I am, so you're in the future. What do you get?
Really high percentage cocoa chocolate.
Dark chocolate.
Like dark chocolate, but at 80% kind of dark chocolate. Well, not strong, but that bitterness, that dark flavor.
Just lingers.
Yeah, still creamy. And something that reminds me of hay.
Yeah, it's got a bit of that wheat kind of like note to it. What I'm getting right now, so that nutty flavor profile is still there for me, that cashew nut flavor profile, but it's become salty. It's got that brininess, which I love. It's a very hard quality to find in a cigar, but I'm actually really enjoying the second third. I feel that the cigar's really woken up. I'm getting coffee as well. So you were getting coffee earlier. I'm at that stage now. Ferdinand's in the future, so I'm actually looking forward to the dark chocolate if I'm going to get it in this sample here. But the flavor profile is not overly complex, and I think that's just because, like you said, it's past its prime. But whatever flavor that I am getting here right now, I'm really enjoying it in the second third. The first third was a bit touch and go for me.
Yeah, but that happens a lot with aged cigars. I'm lucky enough to have smoked 2 very aged Cubans this year, And they all, you know, the flavor comes in at the second third.
Yeah.
The first third is usually on 8 cigars.
The warm-up period.
Milder, there's not a lot of flavor going on. And that is exactly the same with this cigar. It takes a while to get it started, so I think it's good that we had Churchill.
Yeah, I was about to say that it's a good thing that we got Churchill. And you still have your cigar with you. What sort of flavors are you getting from that?
Now I get a very strong nut flavor. Salty. The chocolate has completely disappeared.
Yeah, this at the end.
But it's still very mellow, it's also a little leathery. That's what I get.
That's actually what I picked up on my final third. I got a lot of the new leather sort of nuances from the smoke, but also a little bit of spice, a little bit of clove coming into the fore as well. But I sort of wish that we had this cigar maybe a few years ago. You know, I think then the flavors would really be singing. But it is a very good cigar. It's not something that I would pair with anything though, because the flavors are so mild.
Yeah, just drink water with it.
Yeah, just drink water with it and enjoy it. It's really good stuff. Thank you very much, Ferdinand, for the cigar. And like you said, this is very hard to come by, right?
This is a true unicorn.
Indeed. And Ferdinand's a true unicorn himself when his mohawk is up. Alright, so that's it for today for Pura Vida. I'll see you guys next time. Hopefully we've got some interesting smokes. As you can see, the lounge has got people in now. So we're gonna head off and give people their privacy, alright? Thank you once again for the cigar, and I'll be back with more exciting reviews, and hopefully Ferdinand will find his way back to KL more
And then
often.
I'll bring some more interesting smokes, more unicorns. I have more.
More unicorns. Ferdinand's got a whole stable at home. Alright guys, I'll see you then. Till then, take care, bye bye, and stay smoky.